Hello, my name is Vedant. I am a legal intern with Lexis and Company. In this video, we will discuss a recently decided case of Uttar Pradesh Power Transmission Corporation Limited and another versus CG Power and Industrial Solutions Limited and another, in which the Supreme Court held that the Supreme Court held that CAG report can't be the basis for recovery of cess without statutory adjudication. The Supreme Court has held that there cannot be a recovery of cess solely on the basis of the report of Comptroller and Auditor General without any statutory adjudication process. A division bench of Justice U. Lalit and Justice Indra Banerjee upheld a judgment of Allahabad High Court, which had quashed the orders issued by Uttar Pradesh Power Transmission Corporation Limited, directing a contractor to remit labor cess amounting to rupees 2,60,68,614 rupees. The petitioner had issued the orders under Section 3, subsection 1 and 2 of the Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Act, SEZ Act 1996. The contractor, that is the respondent, respondent that is CG Power and Industrial Solutions Limited, approached the Allahabad High Court challenging the petitioner's demand for cess, arguing that the contracts in question did not involve any construction work and therefore do not attract the cess under the said act. While there were other contracts with the petitioner involving construction work, the subject contracts did not involve any construction work the contractor contended or the petitioner contended. Prior to the petitioner's demand for cess, there was an audit inspection by the audit officer under the Senior Accountant General. During the period from 4th June 2016 to 9th June 2016, in the audit report, the Accountant General pointed out that the lapse on the part of the petitioner in not deducting labor cess from the bills of contractor. Following that, the petitioner wrote through the contractor informing it about the CAG audit and asking it to remit the cess amount. The High Court accepted the submission of the contractor that in the absence of levy and assessment under SEZ Act 1996 and the rules made thereunder, the letters of the petitioner were not sustainable in law. Cess could only be recovered in manner stipulated in the SEZ Act and the rules framed thereunder. The High Court observed that if cess were levied under the SEZ Act, it would be necessary for the concerned authorities to undertake the exercise of assessment and levy of cess under the SEZ Act of 1996 before the same could be realized from the contractor. The High Court found that in the absence of any order for levy and assessment under the SEZ Act 1996, a recovery could not be made pursuant to an audit objection of CAG. The Supreme Court rejected the appeal of the petitioner, that is of the Power Transmission Corporation, against the High Court judgment. The Supreme Court noted that the cess under the SEZ Act and the read with the said Building and Other Construction Works Act is leviable in respect of building and other construction works only. The condition precedent for imposition of cess under the SEZ Act is the construction, repair, demolition or maintenance of and or in relation to building or any other work of construction, transmission towers in relation inter alia to generation, transmission and distribution of power, electric lines, pipelines, etc. Mere installation and erection of pipelines, equipment for generation of transmission or distribution of power, electric wires, transmission power towers, etc., which do not involve construction work are not amenable to cess under the SEZ Act. The court further noted that the contractor who enters into a supply contract is statutorily exempted from levy under the Building and Other Works Construction Act. The contract in question is a supply contract. The Supreme Court Justice Indra Banerjee, who authored the judgment, wrote that the petitioner demanded and partly seized realized cess on the supply contract solely on the basis of CAG report. In our considered view, in the absence of any adjudication, it was impermissible for the petitioner to issue the impunged communication to realize cess only on the basis of the report of the CAG. The UPCL challenge is standing in only of after CAG report cess in respect of the first contract has been deducted only in view of the audit objection by the office of CAG. The court also observed that in this case the action of petitioner in forcibly extracting building cess from the respondent one in respect of the first contract solely on the basis of the CAG report is in excess of power conferred on the Power Corporation Limited, Power Transmission Corporation Limited by law and in terms of contract. In other words, the Power Transmission Corporation Limited has no power and authority or the jurisdiction to realize labor cess under the Cess Act in respect of the first contract by withholding due in respect of other contracts and or invoking a performance guarantee. There is no legal infirmity in the finding of the High Court and that the UP Power Transmission Corporation Limited acted in excess of power by its act impunged. There was admittedly no assessment or levy of cess under the Cess Act. The UPCL could not have taken the resources to the method adopted by it. The impunged communication have rightly been set aside by the High Court. So this was the case of UP Power Transmission Corporation Limited versus CG Power and Industrial Solution Limited, where Supreme Court held that CAT report cannot be the basis for collecting of cess. Thank you.